What's up, guys? So today we're going to be installing this infinity drain. In this case we have 36-inch infinity drain. It comes with the actual grate, comes with the channel, little protection while you're installing, because the actual grate doesn't go in until after you're done grouting. And then we have a little box here with accessories. What do we have? We have the drain thing. So this actually threads down on your 3-piece clamping drain. Then this is the middle body. I'm going to show you what this does. But these two actually just glue together. We're going to be cutting this. So this is not 36 inches. But by the time you add this guy, it's going to be 36 inches. Also in the box, there's the end caps right here. You're supposed to glue those with clear primer and clear PVC glue. So we're gonna go and measure our shower drain. They're usually not centered. This one's not centered by a couple inches. So we're gonna center our channel, right? And then we're gonna mark the center of our drain. We're gonna cut it there. We're gonna add this piece. We're gonna have two pieces. We're gonna glue one piece to this side, one piece to this side. Our drain connection is not gonna be centered, but our actual drain body in our drain grate is going to be centered within the room. So that's the advantage of this infinity drain, because you're not stuck with the center outlet. You can actually put the outlet, I mean, heck, the outlet could be all the way to one side, and you can install this right here, and you can still have a center drain with an offset drain connection. So, okay, so this is our shower. This drain is not centered. If we measure from this side to the center, we have about 24, but from this side we have 25. So if we had a drain body that was a center outlet, it would sit offset by an inch. In this case, like I already told you, we are actually going to center our drain body. So 7 1/8, 8. So we need to go a ½ inch that way. 7 1/2, 7 5/8. Okay, so we're gonna be at 7 9/16. Now I'm gonna mark the center, which is right about. Okay, so remember before our drain body, you can tell how it's too short, but when we add this piece, which goes in like this and like this, we have our perfect size. And so this is just dry fitted, but so it's gonna be something like that. And then we're gonna add these end caps over here. During installation, we're gonna use this protective strip and we're gonna set it there. So no mud goes in there, whatever. When we're done, we're actually gonna drop our grate in there. Okay, so now let me get the glue and I'm gonna glue this thing together. Okay, so now we have our clear primer and our clear PVC cement. So we're gonna glue the two sides first and then make sure it's straight, because I know one time I glued them together and they weren't straight. I don't want to get glue on this thing, so we're going to change our setup a little bit. We're going to do it on top of this because this is a brand new cabinet, and the last thing I want is to get some PVC glue and primer on it. So I'm gonna do it upside down so it sits flat, because if I do it the other way, this bump in the middle might make it sit a little weird. So while that dries, I'm gonna prime the next piece. So I'm gonna let that sit there. So what I'm gonna do in there, I'm gonna go in there, screw this in, and check for height. So you gotta check for height first before you glue this guy, because once you glue it, since this is humongous and we're right next to a wall, you're not gonna be able to make it go low or high anymore. So this thing needs to be where it needs to be before you add any glue to it, okay? So this thing needs to be at the exact height, and I'm gonna show you that. So remember when you were mad at your algebra teacher or geometry teacher and said, hey, when am I ever gonna freaking use this? Well, today you are. This is a linear drain, so we're gonna mud set down. But how much drop do we do? So on this side, let me turn the camera. On this side, we have a 0 entry, so this needs to be flush with our mud, right? On here we have, I've got my laser set up to look at heights, but on this side we have 14/7/8. Let me write down. 14/7/8 from the laser down at the entrance, okay? Now, the whole length from the drain to the entry, we have 6 feet. The proper drop is going to be 1/4 inch per foot. So we need 6 quarters. 6 quarters is 1.5. We need 1.5 drop from there to here. Okay, so the math. So 14/7/8, but we need to go another 1.5 inches lower. So that'd be 15, 16 and 3/8. So by the time we set our drain here, we need to be at 16 3/8, and that's already looking, I don't know if we're gonna get it. So let's get this guy in. Okay, let's try there. Sixteen 3/8. So now the only thing we got to do, make sure it's parallel to the back wall. We have 3 3/4 here. We have 3, so we need to know 3/8. 3 3/8. 3 3/8. 3 3/8. So that drain is where it needs to be. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm first gonna clean the inside of this drain because we don't want all that foam in there. And then I'm gonna glue it the same way that I glued everything else. And then I'm gonna get ready for the mud, and I'm probably gonna do a time lapse on that, so stay tuned. Unfortunately, my camera, 1, ran out of space, and 2, I lost the footage that I have for this time lapse. But what I can tell you is when you're doing this linear drain, the first thing you wanna do is make sure it's in the right spot away from the wall, the same distance the whole way. And then you want to get a level across it on the top. So by the time you put mud under the drain, it sits level. So you can add a little mud on either side to make it level if it's needed. And then just make sure all the way around the drain there is a little bit of slope so the water actually finds its way to the drain. In my case, there's about a 3-inch gap between the drain and the back wall. So there has to be a slope there too. I gave it a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch slope, so my tile actually comes down and the water finds its way into the drain. So you don't want any puddling, you don't want water just sitting there, you want the water to actually go into the drain. So I hope you like this video, and if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. See you in the next one.